Well, good morning, everyone. It's usually kind of a different start for a video. We have a reservation this morning. This is it's another date breakfast with Chrissy. This is a special breakfast date because this is our 15th wedding anniversary. So, of course, traffic and everything. We just made it on time to our dining reservation. Got checked in. But we are here at Whispering Canyon. Wonderful experience here. We've been here several times for dinner. We've never been here for breakfast. So they have a skillet, 3 different types of skillets, all you can eat. And they have a different menu options and everything. So, yeah, join us. And we'll see you when we sit down. So while we're waiting to sit, here's what they have to offer, and there we go. So they offer 3 different types. Not really wanting to, there we go. They offer the Heritage light side and a carnivore. The Heritage is your typical breakfast, lighter sides, a little bit of a lighter breakfast. The carnivore, that's your brisket, your barbecue pulled pork. But then they offer also some different options, different entrees if you wish to do that. The skillets are all you care to enjoy, while the entrees is basically you order that and that's it. Then there's also some of the side orders that they do offer. One thing you'll be interested to see is if they do offer the guava juice that you see at Ohana and at Bowman. All right, so we're now seated. So they have the scan menu, but they also have basically their cocktail drinks for breakfast, which is kind of interesting to see.
Hey, how are we today?
Good morning.
I'm good, thank you. Thanks for taking care of you. I know you just had a second with the menu. Do you have any?
So when you order drinks, they come in these nice little like mason jar things. They're salt and pepper shakers, look like mini mugs. And of course, you're not at Disney unless you have the paper straw. So we were looking at the menu. When I flipped it over, I noticed that if you can get the menu scanned in Spanish, French, and Portuguese, and of course she brought out our plates, which our plates are giant metal skillet type plates. Of course, you don't, unfortunately, the one thing about Whispering Canyon, and unfortunately they're not doing it right now, is their ketchup thing. You would ask for ketchup and you're supposed to yell, "Where's the ketchup?" Or "We want ketchup." And it would bring you bottles and bottles of ketchup. Well, now unfortunately, right now, all you get is this. But you do get butter. Of course, we've got their famous cornbread on the way. All right, so our food is actually already out, which Chrissy and I both ended up with the Heritage, which came with potatoes, sausage, Mickey waffles, bacon, scrambled eggs, cheddar biscuits with like a sausage gravy. We're still waiting on our cornbread to get here, but it's pretty much what you get at Ohana's. All right, first plate got a little bit of everything. One thing I didn't mention was it also came with a syrup. And these are mini waffles, not Mickey waffles, mini waffles. All right, so our cornbread showed up. This is what the cornbread is. It is so good. It's comes with a very moist, yes. And it also comes with like a honey butter. All right, like I said, the cornbread is probably one of the best things here. The biscuits are actually really good. but this is the cornbread. Now here's the thing: when you eat your cornbread, do you slice it open, put butter, and make it kind of like a sandwich, or do you just put it on top? I'm kind of a person that puts it on top. That is good. I don't know. Are you a butter on top, or?
It's not the only way you eat it.
I don't know. I mean, I put my butter on top. So you put your butter on top?
Yes, I do.
Okay. All right. So now we got our second skillet, and this time, instead of mini waffles, we finally got Mickey waffles. We have achieved the Mickey waffles. So Chrissy had because we're eating the biscuits, and she's like, "Are you a butter on top or butter in the middle?" Honestly, these biscuits, you don't need butter.
So how do you butter your biscuits?
Yeah, how do you butter your biscuits? Most biscuits, I will open it up and put biscuits or jam on, but these.
Butter?
What'd I say? Biscuit. But honestly, these biscuits do not need butter. They are that good, and they're very, very moist. All right, just to kind of show you what it costs for two people, because Chrissy and I got the same thing, the breakfast platter or the Heritage. It was $24 a piece. We did get an annual pass food discount, so $50 for breakfast. We got we got seconds on the skillet, as well as the where the biscuits came in. So all in all, not really too bad. So just kind of give you a look at what this restaurant looks like. It's a very Western feel. Of course, it's Fort Wilderness Lodge, so it's a very, the woods, backwoods, rustic look. Love the chandelier lights. And usually, like during dinner time, they usually have activities and everything. But right now, last time we were here a few months ago for dinner, we just did not see the activities and everything. But it's still a wonderful place to sit down and eat. All right, now we're done with breakfast, and we'll talk about our breakfast in a little bit. We're going to kind of show you a little bit of the lobby area. This is a DVC resort, so the top two floors are DVC, which there is a lounge up there on the top floor. But again, it's very rustic looking. It's supposed to be very frontier. And of course, you have your check-in to the right as you enter, and then just straight ahead, just past the check-in, is the Mercantile, which we'll go in there briefly. But we're going to show you a couple more things here in the lobby area. So one of the neat things that they have is the Fireplace, which has all like different colors for the chimney, which kind of represents like multiple years, how the rock sediment settles and everything. But very, very nice. And somewhere in here, I cannot remember, there is a hidden Mickey in the rockwork. So one thing Chrissy reminded me about was here they have a scavenger hunt for hidden Mickeys. We've done this before with the boys 3, 4, 5 years ago. Can't remember. Boys were younger then. But you go pretty much all over the lobby area to look for hidden Mickeys. And kind of told you there was a hidden Mickey somewhere up here. I can't remember where it is, but you'll have to come here and look for it. So they have like a nice little water feature in here, like a babbling spring heading out, which the water actually goes all the way to the pool, which we'll walk out there in a minute, but it goes all the way to the pool and kind of stops underneath a bridge, and that's where you see the change from this water to the chlorinated water, but it's a really neat effect. So when you're coming down the hall, right here is Whispering Canyon, which Whispering Canyon entrance is just down here. You can exit out of here. But coming down here, you do have the Territory Lodge, Artist Point Dining, the Roaring Fork Pool, and guest rooms, and also the way to the cabins. And this is the entrance to the Territory Lounge, which looks like we're able to go up. Again, very rustic, love. Now this is obviously open throughout the day. Here's a neat feature of the lounge, is the ceiling is a giant map. Really, really cool. And then of course they have the artifacts. Hello. Alright, so walking down towards Roaring Fork, the lounge is up here, and heading down here is where you can do your grab and go. Alright, so this is where we just walked down from. Over here is Roaring Fork, where again, this is where you can get some of your grab and goes, your quick service. Here's where you get your drinks. And they do have the refillable mugs here. Alright, outside, just going to give you a look. That water again goes all the way to the entrance up that way. And the water then just comes all the way down. And pretty much right here in dead center is where the water changes from this to chlorinated water, and it flows right into the pool. Alright, so just to kind of give you a brief idea of Fort Wilderness Lodge, it is massive. I mean, you haven't even seen the DVC rooms, the cabins, but where we are right here, if you would continue down here, you actually head to the boat transportation to the Magic Kingdom. And I believe that is the only transportation to the Magic Kingdom is by boat. Alright, so walking down from the main entrance to here, again, if you continue going this way, you will see the boat, which got a boat pulling up right now to take you to the Magic Kingdom. But if you go left, it takes you to the Geyser, which goes off roughly about almost every hour. But then there's also a restaurant right down here, and also where the kiddie pool entrance is. Alright, so one of the other restaurants here is the Geyser Point Bar and Grill. It's a sit down, there's a bar inside, good food. Your standard bar and grill type food that you would probably see at most restaurants, but it's outside, so even during the summertime you might get a nice little breeze going through here. Alright, back inside, we're going to head on into the Mercantile, and of course this is where you can find your Fort Wilderness specific memorabilia. Of course, just like any place, you could find your 50th merch. Which again, find the 50th merch pretty much anywhere. But this is where you find your Wilderness Lodge merch, like your hats. Going for $30. Your kind of like a polyester shirt with the Wilderness Lodge. That's going for $45. I like to round up. Here in Florida, these are popular hats because they can breathe. Really nice zip pull over. That's for $60. More of the 50th merch if your luggage breaks. But then a lot of the stuff that you see at, again, most of the most of the other stores. I still, the 50th pullover definitely. And of course, they have the, looks like the Tiki Room lounge fly.
Okay, well, so we could do C, I guess, but,
You can also get your mini ears, your ball caps. Your mugs, your water bottles, which if you haven't got a water bottle, get a water bottle for the park, because the water fountains are free. Really nice houseware. But then again, you can get your drinks and some snacks. All right, well, that is going to do us here at the Fort Wilderness Lodge. The breakfast was good. It wasn't best. When you compare it to Ohana, which unfortunately we never videoed that one, same thing with the skillets. But I think the food at Ohana was better. The potatoes were seasoned better. Of course, here they brought you out bacon already. You didn't have to ask for bacon. So, I love those glasses.
Too close for my face.
So yeah, I would prefer Ohana over Whispering Canyon. Of course, Boma is still our favorite. You can't go wrong with a buffet, but I think the atmosphere, watching some of the waiters and waitresses, interacting with their guests. Ours didn't interact with us.
We were too boring.
I guess we were boring. Now we did see a waiter, Timothy, who has waited on us before, like 5 years ago. 5 years ago. So he's still here. He was phenomenal. So if you come here to Whispering Canyon and you get Timothy, he'll give you a good experience. Our waitress, Nicole, didn't really do any of the interacting. But again, when you go like to Ohana and even Boma, you get the juice. They had juice, but it wasn't complimentary. So that's something else to take into consideration. Of course, they do offer here more of a menu. So
yeah,
but it was good. We still got the Mickey waffles
and mini
mini waffles. Where you go to Boma, you get Simba. Ohana, you get Stitch. Here, you get Minnie.
Yeah.
So you get mini waffles. But all in all, I mean, it's a wonderful resort to come to. It's definitely a resort I know my dad would love to stay at. Maybe one day, Dad. But not a bad breakfast for our 15th, and I don't know what else we're going to get into today, but I'm not going to video that. Sorry. But with that being said, hope you guys have a wonderful day and happy anniversary. We did that on camera. So we'll see you next time.